Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and history lovers. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic small treasures in American pocket change, the Liberty United States of America 1 dime D mint coin, proudly marked with "In God We Trust." The United States 1 dime, better known as the Roosevelt Dime, is a powerful symbol of American heritage. First introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, this 10-cent coin carries history, value, and collector demand in a compact silver-colored design. When you see the small D mint mark, it tells you the coin was struck at the legendary Denver Mint. A key detail, a 1980 Liberty 1 dime from the United States of America in your collection. You might be wondering whether this small silver-colored coin could secretly be worth millions and change your life overnight. Let's dive deep into the truth about the 1980 Roosevelt Dime, the real story behind its value, and what actually makes certain coins rare and expensive in today's market. The coin you're referring to is officially known as the Roosevelt Dime, and it has been a regular circulating coin in America for decades. The 1980 dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries the small P mint mark. This coin features the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front, along with the word Liberty and the motto "In God We Trust." On the reverse side, you will see a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, with an olive branch and oak branch representing peace and strength. While the design is powerful and patriotic, the standard 1980 dime was produced in very large numbers for circulation, which means most examples are common rather than rare. Now let's talk about the big question. Is a regular 1980 dime worth millions? The honest answer is no. In normal circulated condition, a 1980 Roosevelt dime is typically worth only its face value of 10 cents. Even in uncirculated condition, where the coin has never been used in daily transactions and still shines with mint luster, its value is usually only a few dollars at most. It does not automatically carry unimaginable worth, and it will not make someone a billionaire overnight just because of the date and mint mark alone. However, there is an exciting twist that keeps collectors searching through their change. Certain rare errors or extraordinary high-grade examples can dramatically increase a coin's value. If a 1980 dime were struck with a major mint error, such as a dramatic off-center strike, double die error, missing clad layer, or struck on the wrong planchet, collectors might pay significantly more. In addition, if the coin is graded at an extremely high level by a professional grading service and shows flawless surfaces with exceptional eye appeal, it could command a premium far above ordinary pieces. Another factor that influences value is condition, often measured on a scale from poor to mint state. Most 1980 dimes have been heavily circulated, showing wear on Roosevelt's hair, cheek, and jawline. But if you discover one that looks almost perfect, with strong details, no scratches, and brilliant luster, it may be considered collectible. While even the finest known examples are far from being worth millions, top-quality specimens can still attract serious interest among dedicated coin collectors who seek the best possible condition for their sets. The reason some people believe coins like the 1980 dime are worth millions often comes from confusion with genuinely rare coins from different years, compositions, or special mint mistakes. For example, certain older silver dimes from before 1965 contain 90% silver and have intrinsic metal value in addition to collector demand. But by 1980, Roosevelt dimes were made of a copper-nickel clad composition, not silver, which greatly limits their melt value and overall rarity. That said, coin collecting is not just about becoming rich overnight. It is about history, design, craftsmanship, and the thrill of the hunt. The 1980 Roosevelt dime represents a piece of American heritage during a unique economic period in the United States. Holding it connects you to the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt and the era in which his leadership shaped the nation. Even if it is not worth millions, it still carries historical and educational value that many collectors deeply appreciate. So before you imagine instant fortune, take a closer look at your 1980 Liberty Dime with realistic expectations. Examine it carefully for unusual errors, preserve it properly, and consider having it evaluated if it appears exceptional. While it may not transform you into a billionaire overnight, understanding its true value will protect you from unrealistic hype and help you make informed decisions. In the world of coin collecting, knowledge is the real treasure. And sometimes the greatest reward is not money, but the passion and excitement of discovering history in your own hands. The 1988 Liberty One dime, we are actually talking about the iconic Roosevelt dime struck at the Denver Mint. Many collectors excitingly call it a Liberty One dime because the obverse still carries the word liberty, along with In God We Trust and United States of America. The 1988 D issue represents a modern circulating dime, produced in large numbers for everyday commerce. Yet it continues to spark curiosity among collectors who wonder whether a simple pocket coin could secretly hold extraordinary value. That thrill, the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin might be rare, is what keeps the world of numismatics alive and growing every single year. The truth is powerful and important. A regular 1988 D dime in circulated condition is common and usually worth only its face value of 10 cents. It was minted in the millions, struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition rather than silver, and distributed widely across the United States. Because of this high mintage and modern composition, most examples do not carry dramatic premiums. However, condition is everything in coin collecting. If a 1988 D dime is found in pristine uncirculated condition with blazing luster, sharp details, and no contact marks, its value can rise significantly compared to a worn example. High-grade coins certified by professional grading services can sell for much stronger prices than everyday pocket change. Now here is where the excitement truly begins. Rare mint errors. In the coin market, extraordinary prices are almost always connected to unusual mistakes during the minting process. Off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or dramatic double dies can transform an otherwise common 1988 D dime into a collector's treasure. While these error coins are rare, they are the reason stories circulate about modern coins selling for thousands of dollars. A genuine, dramatic, and well-preserved mint error from 1988 D could command serious attention at auction, especially if authenticated and graded. It is important to understand that becoming a millionaire overnight from a standard 1988 D dime is extremely unlikely. Claims of modern clad dimes being worth millions are usually exaggerated or based on misunderstandings. In today's market, coins that reach million-dollar levels are typically historic rarities, ultra-low mintage pieces, or famous error coins with documented provenance. The 1988 D dime does not fall into that legendary category under normal circumstances. Still, the possibility of discovering a rare error keeps collectors searching through rolls and jars of change with hope and determination. Another factor that can elevate value is a high mint stake grade such as MS67 or above. Coins at this level must have nearly flawless surfaces, exceptional strike quality, and original mint brilliance. Because most coins enter circulation and pick up small marks, truly superb examples become scarce over time. Registry collectors compete fiercely for top-graded modern coins, and this competition can push auction prices higher than many expect. Even so, those prices reflect rarity in condition, not the standard coin itself. The design of the 1988 D dime carries the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, symbolizing freedom and strength. The reverse displays the Torch of Liberty flanked by olive and oak branches, representing peace and victory. Although it is a modern design, it carries deep historical meaning tied to American heritage and national pride. This emotional and historical connection is one reason collectors continue to preserve even modern dimes carefully. If you believe you have a special 1988 D dime, the smartest step is authentication. Professional grading and certification provide credibility, protect against counterfeits, and establish condition accurately. Without proper evaluation, it is easy to overestimate value based on rumors or online hype. Serious collectors and investors rely on verified grades and documented sales results before making major purchases. Knowledge, patience, and verification are the keys to success in numismatics. So while the dream of a simple 1988 D Liberty dime turning you into a billionaire overnight is more fantasy than reality, the coin still holds value in another powerful way. It represents opportunity, curiosity, and the thrill of discovery. Every coin tells a story, And sometimes that story includes a rare error or exceptional condition that can bring surprising rewards. Instead of spending your coins blindly, examine them carefully, learn their details, and respect the history they carry. The true fortune in coin collecting is knowledge, and with the right information, even an ordinary dime can open the door to an extraordinary journey. A 2022 D issue, excitement can build quickly. The 2022 D Roosevelt Dime struck at the Denver Mint carries the familiar portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a design that has represented American resilience and leadership since 1946. Many viral posts and dramatic videos claim that certain modern dimes are worth millions overnight, turning ordinary people into instant billionaires. But the truth about the 2022 D Liberty Dime is both fascinating and grounded in real numismatic knowledge, and understanding that truth is what truly protects your fortune. The 2022 D Dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt Dime series, first introduced after the passing of Franklin D. Roosevelt. His legacy, especially his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, made him a natural choice for the 10-cent coin. The D mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major United States mint facilities. This coin is composed primarily of copper with a nickel outer layer, not silver, as circulating dimes minted after 1964 no longer contain precious silver. That means its base metal value is close to face value, which is an important fact many new collectors overlook when hearing wild value claims. Now let's address the big question. Can a 2022 D Liberty Dime really be worth millions? In normal circulated condition, the answer is no. Billions of dimes are produced for circulation, and modern issues like 2022 D are common in pocket change. However, coin value can dramatically increase if there is a rare minting error, an unusual die variety, or if the coin is preserved in flawless, high-grade mint state condition. For example, dramatic off-center strikes, double die errors, or coins struck on the wrong planchet can command strong premiums among collectors. These rare mint mistakes are the real treasures, not the standard coins found in everyday change. Condition plays a powerful role in determining value. A 2022 D dime pulled from circulation with scratches and wear is typically worth 10 cents. But a coin graded at the very top of the scale by a professional grading service, showing perfect surfaces and sharp details, can sell for much higher prices in competitive auctions. The difference between a circulated coin and a pristine mint state coin can be enormous. Collectors pay for rarity combined with condition, and when those two factors meet, prices can rise dramatically even for modern coins. It is important to understand that viral claims about unimaginable worth often exaggerate reality. A modern dime becoming worth millions would require an extraordinary and documented mint error or a one-of-a-kind production anomaly. Historically, some rare U.S. coin errors and low mintage varieties have reached 6 or even 7 figures, but those are extreme exceptions across the entire history of American coinage. The 2022 D dime, as a regular issue, does not automatically carry that level of rarity. Careful research, authentication, and grading are essential before believing or sharing high-value claims. That said, you should never rush to spend unusual coins without checking them. If your 2022 D dime looks different, perhaps missing part of its design, showing doubling in the lettering, or appearing to be struck on the wrong metal, it may deserve closer inspection. Having it examined by a reputable coin dealer or submitted to a professional grading company can confirm whether it is a common coin or something extraordinary. Knowledge is your greatest protection in the world of coin collecting. The true power of coin collecting is not in overnight billionaire dreams, but in long-term awareness and smart collecting. Even modern coins can become more desirable over time, especially in top condition or as part of complete date and mint mark sets. Building a carefully preserved collection, learning about mint marks like D for Denver, and understanding how grading works can gradually increase both knowledge and potential value. Wealth in numismatics usually grows through patience, rarity, and education, not viral hype. In the end, the 2022 D Liberty Roosevelt Dime is a meaningful piece of American history, carrying the words liberty and in God we trust as symbols of national identity. While it is not automatically a $1 million coin, it can still hold special value if it features a rare error or exceptional condition. Before you spend, the 2015 Liberty 1 dime, officially known as the Roosevelt Dime, is a fascinating modern United States coin that continues to spark curiosity among collectors. Struck at the historic United States Mint facility in Denver Mint, the D mint mark identifies its origin and instantly connects it to America's proud minting tradition. On the obverse, you'll find the powerful word liberty, along with the national motto "In God We Trust," engraved beside the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. While millions of these dimes were produced in 2015 for everyday circulation, certain rare conditions and extraordinary mint errors can transform an ordinary 10-cent piece into a collector's dream. Now let's address the big question. Can a 2015 D-dime really be worth millions and make someone rich overnight? In normal circulated condition, this coin carries only its face value of 10 cents. Even in brilliant uncirculated mint state grades, most examples trade for a modest premium. However, the coin world thrives on rarity and perfection. If a 2015 D-dime were discovered with a dramatic mint error, such as a major off-center strike, double die features, wrong planchet strike, or an exceptionally rare die variety, its value could rise dramatically. Add to that a flawless, top-tier certified grade from a professional grading service, and you begin to see how certain modern coins can command astonishing prices at auction. The truth is that modern dimes like the 2015 D are composed primarily of a copper core with a nickel outer layer, not silver like older pre-1965 issues. This means their intrinsic metal value is minimal. What truly drives price is demand, condition, and rarity. A coin graded at the very highest levels, virtually perfect with blazing luster and no visible imperfections even under magnification, can become incredibly desirable. Collectors compete fiercely for the finest known examples, and when population reports show only a handful in existence at a specific elite grade, bidding wars can ignite. The design itself adds emotional and historical weight. The portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt honors his leadership and the legacy of the March of Dimes campaign, which played a vital role in fighting polio. The reverse torch, olive branch, and oak branch symbolize liberty, peace, and strength. These timeless symbols give the coin more than monetary value. They give it patriotic identity. For many collectors, holding a pristine 2015 D-dime represents participation in a continuing American story that began centuries ago. When stories circulate online claiming that a specific modern dime is worth millions, it is important to separate hype from reality. In most cases, such extreme values are tied to extremely rare, documented minting mistakes or one-of-a-kind transitional errors. These are not common finds in pocket change. Yet history has shown that overlooked coins discovered in circulation have sometimes shocked the market. That possibility, however slim, is what fuels the excitement. Every collector dreams of finding a hidden treasure in an everyday coin. If you believe you have a special 2015 D-dime, the smartest move is not to sell it impulsively. Carefully inspect it under magnification. Look for unusual doubling in the lettering, missing clad layers, dramatic strike errors, or other visible anomalies. If something truly stands out, professional authentication and grading can protect its potential value and confirm its authenticity. A certified coin carries far more credibility in the marketplace than a raw, unverified piece. Market demand also plays a powerful role in determining value. Modern coins in perfect condition sometimes achieve impressive auction results simply because collectors are competing for registry sets, collections that require the highest possible grades. When supply is tiny and demand is intense, prices can climb far beyond expectations. While becoming a billionaire overnight from a 2015 D-dime is extraordinarily unlikely, achieving a surprising and meaningful profit from a rare specimen is certainly within the realm of possibility. In the end, the 2015 D Liberty 1 dime is both an everyday coin and a symbol of opportunity. For most people, it will remain a simple 10-cent piece used in daily transactions. But for the vigilant collector who understands condition, rarity, and market demand, even a modern dime can hold the spark of discovery. The real power of this coin is not just in its face value. It is in the thrill of the hunt, the pride of ownership, and the dream that somewhere, in a small piece of metal, a life-changing surprise might be waiting to be found. But today, the spotlight is on the 2012 D Roosevelt Dime, a modern coin that carries the powerful inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and United States of America. Struck at the Denver Mint, represented by the small D mint mark, this coin may look ordinary at first glance. Yet in the world of numismatics, even a modern dime can become a headline maker if it features the right condition, rarity, or minting error. The 2012 D dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt Dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Unlike early Liberty dimes made of 90% silver, the 2012 D issue is composed of a copper core with a nickel outer layer, meaning it does not carry intrinsic silver value. However, value in coin collecting is not only about metal content. It is about rarity, condition, demand, and extraordinary mint errors. A regular circulated 2012 D dime is typically worth its face value of 10 cents. But pristine uncirculated examples graded at the highest mint state levels can sell for significantly more to dedicated collectors. Now here is where excitement begins to build. While millions of 2012 D dimes were produced, coins that survive in flawless, near-perfect condition, graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services, can command premium prices. These are coins with razor-sharp details, blazing luster, and virtually no marks. In rare cases, if a coin is the finest known example, competitive collectors may push auction prices far beyond what most people expect from a simple dime. This is how a small 10-cent piece can transform into a highly desirable collectible. Even more thrilling are mint errors. Error coins are the true treasures of modern circulation. A dramatic off-center strike, a broad strike, a double die, or a wrong planchet error on a 2012 D dime could turn an everyday coin into a collector's dream. Some rare error dimes in other years have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on how dramatic and unique the mistake is. While stories of millions overnight are often exaggerated, the reality is that certain extraordinary error coins can indeed change a person's financial situation if authenticated and sold correctly. It is important to understand that claims of a 2012 D dime being worth millions under normal circumstances are not supported by the current coin market. Unlike ultra-rare classics such as the 1894 S. Barber dime, modern dimes were produced in enormous quantities. However, condition rarity is a powerful factor. A coin that seems common today could become scarce in top condition decades from now, especially if few were preserved carefully. That is why collectors always advise checking pocket change. You never know what high-grade or unusual strike might be hiding in plain sight. The design itself still carries emotional and patriotic value. The word liberty represents freedom. In God We Trust reflects a long-standing national motto. The torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse symbolize liberty, peace, and strength. For collectors in places like Pakistan and around the world who follow U.S. coinage, the Roosevelt dime is more than currency. It is a small metal storyteller carrying American heritage in the palm of your hand. If you believe you have a special 2012 D dime, the smartest move is not to rush into selling it. Examine it under magnification. Look for unusual doubling in the lettering, especially around Liberty and the date. Check for striking errors or an unusually sharp strike. If it appears exceptional, consider professional grading and authentication. A certified high-grade or rare error coin is always more valuable and easier to sell than a raw coin with unverified claims. In the end, while most 2012 D Liberty dimes will remain worth 10 cents, the thrill of possibility is what makes coin collecting powerful and addictive. Every coin carries potential. Every detail matters. And sometimes the smallest denomination can spark the biggest excitement. So before you spend that dime, take a closer look, because in the fascinating world of numismatics, even an ordinary coin can hold extraordinary.